We also got the intercooler stuff to put together. We got the hardware for that zinc coated, and we are about to get busy with it. Got the radiator sandwiched with the intercooler. As you can see, those holes are elongated, but it'll still hold. Now these holes are in pretty good shape alignment wise, so I'm gonna put those cast nuts on there. Check the box for hardware. If not, I'm gonna have to get some hardware. I'm gonna flip this over and make sure this intercooler is centered with the radiator so I can get turbo piping on it. This is the issue I have with this radiator due to the way it's manufactured. Let's see, we got just enough space there to get an intercooler piping on. Make sure you don't scratch that card. And no space down here. I'm gonna have to trim this out to see if that'll give me enough room to put intercooler piping on there. So let me grab my trimmer. If not, I'll have to maneuver this thing around to be centered better and make sure I can get turbo piping on it. Having a problem fitting the Snabb intercooler over the radiator. And basically what I've come up with is from the center point, from center point to the top is fine with the Snabb. But from center point to down, the Snabb intercooler is too short. I am 5/16 of an inch too short the spread between my piping, and that's making it hard to mount the radiator on the piping. It's not enough space. It's not wide enough to accommodate the radiator, the OEM radiator, or this aftermarket radiator, which is like perfect to OEM specs. So on my Snabb intercooler, this is the standard hole spacing for a Volvo. There we go. You got Volvo there for the P80 cars. That hole lines up. That hole lines up. This hole didn't line up. It was probably a 1/2 inch down. So I elongated the hole in the intercooler so that it could get the nut on the back. However, because I can't get the intercooler piping on, and I had to twist the whole assembly, now my holes are off again. So to get it to the radiator, I got to drill a new hole there. I got to drill a new hole there, and I have to open up that hole there so that I can mount the radiator to the intercooler, and then the condenser should line up okay, because the condenser just uses these two outer holes, and these two outer holes are fine. Not sure why that has a little bit of a flat spot on it, but that's beside the point. So I'm gonna go ahead and drill some holes so that I can get this mounted right. So let me go ahead and mark these with my Sharpie marker, and get to drilling. When you look at the Volvo bar, you got 5/8, 3 inches, and 14 3/4. And that's how your spacing needs to be on these holes in order to get that stuff to mount right on the P80 radiator thing. 5/8, 3 inches, 14 3/4.